Hi everybody, it's Kristen with Hasta Cielo y Mas, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. Today is January the 17th, 2019, and I am coming to you with an update. I have no idea how many weeks this is, but I'm just 2 years, about 1 month, so 25 months post-op duodenal switch, and I am on a new path, a new journey this year to prevent kidney stones, which were a side effect of my bariatric surgery. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in, and we're going to talk about kidney stones today. So welcome back to my channel. The first day of the year, I weighed myself, and it had been a while, and I was 275.2. Last week, I had a little loss, about a half a pound, nothing spectacular. That is not exactly the reason that I didn't come to you last week. I've just been super busy, but this week I am at 271. So in the last 2 weeks, I've lost a total of 4.2 pounds. I've made some pretty radical changes as of the start of the new year. I have been trying to follow a kidney stone prevention diet that is put out by University of Chicago. And I have some support from that organization, that group. And so I've been very much trying to change a lot of things to prevent kidney stones. If you've never had a kidney stone, they're extremely painful. Mine was accompanied by pre-sepsis, bacteremia, which was very scary. So I am trying to get some things right. So we're going to be talking today about my 24-hour urine analysis, which I will be repeating in February. I last had one conducted in November, and so I'm going to do it again in February, and we'll talk about the results of my test, as well as why I have those results and what I can do to try to fix those. So I do have a lot of notes, and I'm going to be referring to them. So about the weight loss, one of the things I noticed was as I was meal prepping more, I was maybe eating a little more, making things that tasted good, things that were a little different, and I probably was just eating too much of them. So that probably contributed to the low weight loss the first week. But I am trying to be more mindful. I am trying to keep track of what I'm eating. Maybe not as diligently as I used to with my Fitness Pal, but I am definitely writing things down and trying to be more mindful of what I'm putting in my mouth and what I am not putting in my mouth. So let's talk about kidney stones. So I had a 24-hour urine analysis in November. We've not discussed the results yet, but we're going to get into them here. So when you have a 24-hour urine test, you basically collect your urine for an entire 24-hour period, and then you send a small sample to them and also a recording of what your volume was. So they do keep track of your urine volume. My urine volume was 2.5 liters, which is in the normal range. I was pretty happy that I was in the normal range because being a post-bariatric patient, I definitely don't drink as much as I used to. I used to drink a lot of water, and now it's hard to drink and eat and get it all in a day. So I was happy with my urine volume. One thing that was not, a lot was not in normal range. A lot of it was not in normal range. For example, my urine pH was very low. It was 5.2. It needs to be higher, and the only way to get it higher is by consuming an increase in fruits and vegetables. The problem is that many fruits and vegetables are high oxalate and also high carb. So one of the things I'm trying to avoid is kind of gastric distress, if you will. So I'm trying to, instead of eating high carb grains like corn, oats, and rice, I'm trying to eat higher carb fruits and vegetables, if you will, because that will contribute to a higher pH. What they said was that a low pH is usually indicative of someone who's consuming a lot of animal protein. So I don't know if I'm consuming a lot of animal protein, but the animal protein to fruits and vegetable ratio was off, apparently. So something that is was gigantic in my November readings that I'm hoping, very much hoping, that I can improve in my February readings is my urine oxalate level. So a normal urine oxalate level is 20 to 40. My urine oxalate level in November on a low oxalate diet was 132. That's not good. That puts me at a very high risk of creating a calcium oxalate kidney stone. I have increased my calcium because what the goal is to bind dietary oxalate to calcium so that you can excrete it properly. If you do not bind dietary oxalates, such as fruits and vegetables, with a calcium, either a supplement or a dietary calcium like yogurt or milk or something like that, the body reabsorbs the oxalates. And so that's what my body is doing. Obviously, I have a shortened bowel, and so that's a main reason why my oxalates are just ridiculously high. I am going to be meeting with a nephrologist soon. I'm not sure how soon, but pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to call and try to get an appointment right after we get off this video. But I'm going to be meeting with a nephrologist and discussing my actual situation and trying to get an objective on or a goal for how many oxalates I can and should be consuming in a day. There's oxalates in everything I like, and so it's really, really hard to make sure that I'm getting my numbers right. Normal people that have not had a bowel surgery like I have, they would be given, if they were a kidney stone producer of calcium oxalate stones, they would be given a daily bank of 100 grams of oxalates to consume in a day. Just to give you an example, a handful or a small portion of almonds is 65 oxalates, and spinach has over 600 oxalates in a small portion of spinach. Sorry about that, guys. Cat's outside. Anyway, so I am trying to figure out how many oxalates I can take in a day. And my calcium level in my urine and in my blood is good. I am trying to take 2,500 to 3,000 milligrams of calcium a day. So this is one of the calciums I'm taking. This is Bluebonnet calcium. I do random calciums just to make sure I'm absorbing it all correctly. I don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll figure it out. So anyway, in 1 tablespoon of this calcium from Bluebonnet, that's a liquid and low carb, it is 600 milligrams of calcium citrate. I'm trying to be very mindful and make sure that it is definitely calcium citrate and not a combination of calciums, because calcium citrate is what I need. There's also a 300 milligrams of magnesium citrate in this, and some vitamin D. So vitamin D3. So one of the things I like about this is it tastes pretty good. It's very easy to take. It's not a big honkin' pill. And it's got a good calcium to magnesium ratio of 2 to 1. 600 milligrams of calcium in a tablespoon and 300 milligrams of magnesium. So I am taking this. I also am taking the UpCal D, which many of you are familiar with. I have no idea what's in here except for it says 500 milligrams of elemental calcium citrate, even though it says there's 2,500 milligrams of calcium citrate. So apparently only 500 milligrams are absorbed, so I take these as well. Plus some calcium citrate tablets that I do not have. I have also, so I was diagnosed with extreme hyperoxaluria, which means that my oxalates in my urine are too high. So I was also diagnosed with marked hypocitraturia. So as I said, I have a lot of things going on, and I'm really grateful for this 24-hour urine study, and I highly recommend all of y'all to at least get it checked once a year. I do understand that that is the recommendation for people in our situation who are DSers. So whether your bariatric surgeon or your primary is recommending or requesting it, I would definitely recommend doing this. It's not very difficult. My insurance paid the entire amount, and I got a lot of valuable information that you cannot get in blood labs. So I have marked hypocitraturia. So what I've been given is a capsule called potassium citrate. This is how big it is, what it looks like. Not too difficult to take. I mean, just add it to the group, right? But I'm taking 1,080 milligrams twice a day, every 12 hours. So 1,080 milligrams every 12 hours. Actually, I'm not taking it every 12 hours, but I need to maybe change that. I guess I should take it 7 and 7 or 8 and 8. And I've actually been taking it at lunch and dinner. So I'm glad we're making this video and I'm learning stuff, because I'm always learning stuff. I'm telling you, I'm always learning stuff. So I told you about my very low urine pH. I told you that my urine volume was decent. My citrate level is low. Let me tell you how low. My urine citrate is 179. It needs to be over 550. So it is super low. And I have a friend who is also a large stone producer who had a Roux-en-Y, and she's in a very exact similar boat. Her urine citrate is extremely low, a little lower than mine. But women should have a urine citrate level of 550, and mine is 179. The bummer about these little pills here is that my insurance does not really cover them. They are extended release potassium citrate, which apparently is very important in this situation. So so I believe I'm paying almost $200 for a 90-day supply, which is not good. So I'm going to try to figure out ways I can get potassium citrate at a lower cost. And if any of you know or have any ideas, I'd really appreciate it. So a couple other things I'm doing. I have learned, whether or not it's true or not, that probiotics are helpful in breaking down oxalates or something, binding calcium to oxalates. They're helpful in something. I'll research that and come back at you with that. But I had to give up my kombuchas because they were black tea kombuchas. But I have found some kombuchas that are a oolong or green tea kombucha, which I like equally as well. So I was very excited to be able to add those back in. I got kind of the okay from my doctor to do that. Additionally, I have found mango green tea kefir water, and I've been drinking some of these. I do kind of just like having something different, but it's great that these might actually be helping me some, as well as, and this is a little odd, but I'm in San Antonio, I'm in Texas, lots of friends here who have Mexican roots. And so I have been making a tea out of this bark. It's the bark of the palo azul tree, which means blue bark tree. When you drink it, it's blue, and it's kind of crazy, but the American name for this bark is called kidney wood. And this is supposed to be maybe a diuretic, or it's supposed to offer benefit to the kidneys. I cannot develop kidney problems, guys. I cannot. I've worked too hard to beat diabetes and lose all this weight to deal with kidney issues. And so I have to take this seriously, and I encourage all of y'all to take it seriously too. So I have a baggie of kidney wood, palo azul bark that I get directly from Mexico City. Thanks, Paola and her mom. I am very grateful for my palo azul, and I drink it every single day. So I am hoping that my urine assessment in February comes out better, and I'm just going to wait and see. I think I've mentioned everything I'm doing. I just wanted to, back to my diet. So I don't know what my oxalate daily bank should be. So I'm thinking 50. I kind of cut the 100 in half because of my bariatric surgery, but I'm hoping the nephrologist can give me some insight into that. Additionally, I'm on a low sodium diet. My goal is to consume less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day. That comes up quick. Everything snacky has sodium. and everything processed has sodium. Bacon has lots of sodium. So it's been really hard, but the sodium's a big one. No more than 25 grams of sugars a day, which isn't that hard for me, having come from a keto, low carb way of eating. And increase the fruits and vegetables to improve the urine pH and increase the water, and work on the probiotics and the potassium citrate and the calcium and the magnesium and all of this and that. So anyway, guys, this is a long video, and many of you might not find this interesting, and I don't even know if I've done an adequate job of covering this, but it's a work. I'm a work in process. I'm a work in progress. This is all new to me. I mean, put down in the comments, please. Let me know if you had ever even heard of oxalates before I started talking about them out here. So it is really something, I'm telling you. So I've been really focused on exercise. I've been really focused on mindful living. I've just been trying to be more disciplined. I think I mentioned that my word of the year is discipline, and I'm taking it extremely seriously. If something needs to be done, I do it. If something needs to be done and I do it, I'm usually exhausted. So as you know, I have this crazy vestibular condition, and it really is a challenge. I have lots of challenges. So just trying to stay on board, stay on top of things and get things done. So love y'all, and I will talk to you soon, and cheering you on, cheer me on, keep me in your prayers, and God bless y'all from the heart of Texas. Take care. Bye-bye.